So, how much alcohol is too much alcohol? We differentiate between 5 levels of drinking. The first is a non-drinker. But a non-drinker, it's not absolute zero, maybe something at the birthday or Christmas or New Year's, but they're going to be limited to 1 or 2 and pretty infrequently. The next level of drinking we call a light drinker. By definition, 1 to 6 standard alcoholic beverages weekly, never more than 2 or 3 per occasion. The moderate drinker is someone who will consume about a dozen standard alcoholic beverages, may dip down to 6, may dip up to 18, but roughly in the pocket, around a dozen. The heavy drinker is someone who consumes about 24 standard alcoholic beverages weekly. Again, may dip down to 12 to 18, it may dip up to 30-ish, but roughly in the pocket, about 24. The next level of drinking we actually call abusive. And it's not because the person turns abusive, it's because you're drinking so much that it abuses your body. It's like being a 2-pack-a-day smoker for years. You smoke that much, it has an impact on your health. So abusive drinking, is defined as 35 standard alcoholic beverages week in and week out. When you're drinking at those levels or greater, for men, roughly 18 to 20 years. For women, roughly 14 to 16 years. You're at greater risk of alcohol-related diseases, top diseases, cirrhosis of the liver, pancreatitis, esophageal cancer, diabetes, and a type of dementia called Korsakoff syndrome. So these are the levels of drinking. Now you ask, what's a standard alcoholic beverage? 4 ounces of wine equals 1 ounce of hard liquor equals 1 regular bottle of beer. So if you're drinking tall boys, figure that in. If your glass of wine, you got a huge glass, figure that in. If you have a drink, then the question is, do you really have a drinking problem? The more alcohol you consume on a regular basis, the greater the likelihood of a problem associated with that drinking. Now, you don't have to think you're a person with a problem for there to be a problem. If somebody else is pointing the finger at you and saying you have a drinking problem, then you may have, because that really is an indicator as to whether or not somebody has a drinking problem. It isn't based solely on self-report of a problem. So I have folks who come to see me. Maybe they're drinking 5 beverages a night times 7 days. That's 35 beverages a week. They've been doing that consistently. That's the abusive category. So you are at risk of these health-related problems. Whether or not that also interferes in other aspects of your life, think about it. That's probably about $60 worth of alcohol a week times 50 weeks. That's $3,000 a year. You may have some financial issues. Do you have a problem with alcohol? Or you may be consuming that light drinker, 1 to 6 standard alcoholic beverages weekly, but you have that drink the moment the kids get off the school bus and enter the house, and so you're not really available to them when they may have a need returning from school, but you're not drunk. Yet, that interferes with the care of your kids at that moment. So you can have a drinking problem at various levels of severity as well, but it's still a problem. It's kind of like having a cold. The same virus that creates the cold can create pneumonia. We're just talking severity. Want to figure out whether or not you have a drinking problem? See your family doctor, see an addictions counselor, see someone like myself. We can discuss it. I am a social worker. My website, www.yoursocialworker.com. Bottom line, if somebody's telling you have a problem, at least look into it. You don't need to believe it, but at least look into it.